Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenia and today I have decided to throw out a marathon video for you. That is a 2 and almost a half hour long collection of my favorite cleaning, decluttering and organizing transformations. In this video you will see me working in different areas of my house, cleaning, decluttering and sometimes completely reorganizing them. Some of those areas are the following: my kids' room with their toys, my walk-in closet with all of the clothes that I will be taken out, going through decluttering and reorganizing the actual closet as well, my complete disaster of a garage that you can't even walk through, my bathroom vanity that I will have to come up with a solution to make everything nice and neat, my junk closet where you would keep light bulbs, batteries, toothbrushes and stuff like that. I'll be reorganizing that nicely with labels, and of course I'll be cleaning a bunch of stuff, and I'll even include a makeover of a dresser that I transformed from looking like this to looking like that. If you happen to have a project to do, especially a long one, and maybe it falls into a category of cleaning, organizing or decluttering, I think you might be in the right place here. I hope you will find plenty of ideas, hacks, low-budget tips for organizing, and of course plenty of decluttering and cleaning motivation. So please enjoy this 2.5 hour long video where I would love to keep you company, charge you with some good energy, and if you have any opinions, advice or suggestions, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment right under this video. I love hearing from you. And if you would like to jump to a particular part of this video, I put a timestamp for this video underneath in the description. Hello guys, my name is Jenia and today I have a lot of cleaning, organizing and decluttering coming your way. My kids' playroom is upside down. I need to update their toy rotation. I've let it go a little and now they have a lot of extra toys they're not even playing with. So we'll fix that. I'll be putting that away, organizing it and replacing it with new toys. Then we have a disaster closet. We're gonna need to empty it, vacuum it, wash all the dirty clothes, declutter everything we don't need and put everything back in an organized way. I also keep my papers and documents in my closet, and at some point I need to get to that too. Now that we're welcoming spring, I wanted to put all the winter bulky clothes somewhere else that's taking up all the precious space in my closet, but I still want them available just in case. Anyway, this video is packed with organizing, decluttering and cleaning, and I'd like to charge you with all the motivation you may need today. So I'll start with an overlook of my kids' playroom and show you what we're dealing with in there. So they have 6 toy rotations, which I normally switch every week or so. But last time I ended up giving them a new toy rotation and only partially put the old one away. So they ended up with a lot of extra toys they are now completely bored with. What I decided to do is to put everything in the middle of the room just to see better what I'm dealing with, and then start pulling all of those toys into categories. If I see something to declutter, I will do so as well. And the rest I will organize and put it into a rotation box, which also happens to be a diaper box, and put it away to give it back to them in about a month and a half or so. So in a nutshell, I'll be emptying everything into the middle of the room, cleaning and wiping down the furniture, then getting about 90% of those toys out of this room, vacuuming the carpet really well, and then replacing all of those toys with new toy rotation. And after that, you'll be seeing me organizing and decluttering our closet. So now all the shelves are emptied out and everything is in the middle of the room. But we're gonna put this room back into shape in no time. Anyway, my name is Jenia and my husband and I have been married for about 3 years now, and we have 2 little kids together. My daughter Anya is 2 years old, my son Max just turned 1, and we also have a beautiful kitty, her name is Katya. And so my husband goes to work and I stay at home with the kids, clean, organize and make videos. So here on my channel you'll find a lot of cleaning, organizing and decluttering videos. Everything is real life and everything is on the budget. I also like to throw in an occasional makeover as well as a DIY project. For example, I just DIY painted my whole kitchen. It's a small kitchen, but I made it look bigger with the color choice, and it only cost me $177, the whole project. So I'll attach that video in the end of this video on the screen. So if you enjoy those type of projects on the budget as well as cleaning, organizing and decluttering, I think you'll like it here on my channel quite a bit. So I hope today's video will get you inspired to clean, organize, and declutter your home for the spring that has entered most of our houses. But if it's still cold in your area, I hope it's not for long and your spring is just around the corner as well. And if you like today's video, you can let me know that by pressing the thumbs up button.
Kinda simple, kinda wishful about things. And you're kinda simple, but like a pistol, you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about the drunk nights, bragging in the glory. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling in Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. Don't you get it? You do it right. Hold me tight when I need it. And you always like what I like.
So I did set up this rotation a couple of months ago, and I do have a video about that as well actually. But I put all of the boxes, which is about 6 of them plus 2 small extras, into my closet, which we will be organizing later in this video. Although we're not going to be touching the boxes, we'll just be organizing my clothes, but you'll see where all the boxes are located. And anyway, I started with a lot of smaller boxes because that's all I had at the time. But whenever I came across a bigger box, I would replace the small ones with a bigger one to fit my toys better. So now most of the smaller boxes are replaced with bigger ones, and it looks a little bit neater. But anyway, that's a lot of box talk. My point is, I wanted to just let you know that I personally prefer to keep the rotations in boxes because they're non-see-through and you can write on them, and I just don't care for boxes. It's always replaceable. But I also wanted to ask you, if you do toy rotations for your kids, or you used to do toy rotations for your kids, what is it that you used to do? Maybe what it was, plastic bins or something else, and what did you find worked better for you? I was just curious because I don't understand how the kids react to seeing toys in plastic bins and not being able to play with them. That's of course talking about rotation toys. And don't they ask parents like, "Mommy, Daddy, why can I not play with those toys right now?" And how do you explain to them that, oh, that's for a couple of weeks from now or something? So I was wondering how that works. Since in my case, I not only had to put them into boxes that my kids cannot see through, but also had to put them on the upper shelf so that my kids cannot reach them either. And they still suspect that there are toys in those boxes, and I think they actually know that. But then again, my kids are younger. They're 1 and 2 year olds, so they don't understand if I try to explain to them what those toys are for. So yeah, let me know in the comments below how that goes with your rotations, and your comments and ideas are not only welcome but always greatly appreciated.
Love. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost.
Now that my daughter is finally completely potty trained, I'm just putting away all of her day diapers, and I am putting them away. I'm not sure what to do with them. We have a little boy, but he's a boy, and those diapers are kind of girly, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. For now, I'm just putting them away.
Might have been one too many. Should go home to my bed, sleep it off.
Now I'm gonna vacuum the room. This is my Dyson V10. We got it from Costco. My husband got it for me for Christmas, and I love it. You'll see how much dust it collects just from this room alone.
Anything to make you mine. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. shebang. I want you there right by my side, baby, please, to hold me tight throughout the night. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, I gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love. Oh, hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Oh, yeah, I gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love, because it's on. Ooh, ooh, I keep my fingers crossed. Oh, yeah, it's on. Ooh, oh, ooh. Let's turn up the love.
So this is why I love this vacuum. It's just this room alone. But anyway, my daughter drew on the wall with blue chalk, and I'm gonna clean that up real quick. Thank God that comes off easily. And then our room is done. I'm gonna show you the after pictures, and we are moving on to the next one. I'm bringing in new rotation toys for the kids. I'm gonna leave it in the middle of the room. This is one rotation. I just need to find a bigger box for those. I'm gonna be organizing all of my clothes on this bed, and now if you take a deep breath, here's the closet. We keep rotation boxes on top. My clothes on the right, my husband's clothes on the left, and these are all of my crafts, and I don't know what else, everything. Since nothing is organized in this closet but a lot of things are kept here, I just throw my everyday clothes wherever I can, and it needs, so we're gonna organize it. So this white shelf I am going to take into my garage eventually. Things on top are my crafts, and everything else we're gonna pull out on the floor and organize today. But we're also gonna make sure that nothing is missing, like clothes in the laundry, so that I'm not underestimating how much clothes I'm dealing with. So I'm just pulling out my laundry. Okay, so this white shelf you're seeing, I am, like I said, trying to empty at the end of this whole project, and if we are successful, I'm taking it into my garage and in a different video organizing all of my crafts, plants, all of my project stuff on this shelf. I think that would be great for that. So I'll be trying to find a different solution for all of the clothes that was kept on the shelf. You see those two drawers? I'm gonna use them for that. If you're thinking that looks like a cow outfit, it actually is. I have it, my daughter likes me to be a cow sometimes, so I don't think I'm actually gonna get rid of this one, but less important things I'm gonna declutter today. So first I'm pulling everything out of the shelf, the white shelf, on the floor, then I'm gonna put it on the bed and see how much space I have left on the bed to possibly pull out all of my hanging clothes as well. We will organize my husband's side as well, but that's gonna be for another video. His side is not that bad. I think that's because whenever I do laundry, I just try to make sure that everybody else's, my kids and my husband's laundry, is done nicely and hung nicely. And by the time it comes turn to do my laundry, I just am so tired. I'm just gonna throw it somewhere on the shelf and not even hang it most of the time. And then I look like the messiest one here. So the first thing I'm doing is trying to separate all the clothes into hopefully just a few categories, which is tops, bottoms, and whatever miscellaneous categories I'm gonna end up with. And this is our first huge pile of clothes, and in a minute I'll be bringing up the hanging clothes as well. So like I said, there's a lot of organization in this video, but I promise we'll get through with that, and it'll feel just so great to have that closet organized. I have been putting this project off and off and off for forever, just because I knew how long or how exhausting I guess that would be, but it wasn't as exhausting as the initial part of actually starting to do it. That's the hardest part, really. Everything else is just go with the flow. It just starts flowing once you start. At least with me, that's how it works.
Doesn't treat them right. Put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Oh, bye bye, bye bye. U-G-L-I. That's how you spell goodbye. U-G-L-I. You'll never see me cry. U-G-L-I. That's how you spell it. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. It isn't hard to tell what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips, so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway.
Now that my side of the closet is completely empty and all of my clothes is on this bed, I am separating everything and kind of pulling all of my dresses, my favorite dresses aside, the ones that I'm gonna keep, and clothes that need some refreshing and a washing, I'm throwing in the pile behind me on the floor. I'm gonna throw it into the laundry later, and then of course I'm gonna pull aside any clothes that's for decluttering. Also, my goal is to fit as much clothes as I can that's warmer clothes, such as sweaters and warmer pants, into my new dresser in the bedroom. I just brought in a new dresser. If you missed my last video, I did a makeover of that white dresser, and I'm gonna put in all of my warmer clothes into that dresser as much as I can fit, so that I can free up some space in the closet. I don't want to put it away completely somewhere on the roof, my warm clothes, because even though it's summer and I'm not gonna need it, and summers are pretty hot and long here in the state of Georgia, I still want it somewhere by my side so that I don't have to go through that process again of taking my winter clothes out once the winter comes. I just am too lazy for that, I guess. So to eventually get rid of this big white shelf to my right, I am going to put all of the clothes that used to be on that shelf into these two little dressers on the floor that I had around my house, and into the other dresser in the bedroom that is new. And hopefully in the next video I'm gonna take this big white shelf into my garage and organize my crafts and plants and soils in it.
It can't be over, over.
You can tell from the look of this closet, I don't vacuum it every day. I have let it go for a few weeks, I would say, and you'll see that when I show you my vacuum.
Thinking about the way that you know me. No one ever cared like you care for me. You're such a bright star in the dark space. Babe, it never worked out with the others. All we ever did was fight, and at one point I would never thought that I
A great thing about reorganizing your closet is the things that you can find. These two black boxes on the floor actually happen to be my kids' toys. I completely forgot about those two boxes. I remember that she had a couple of toys that I haven't seen in quite a while, and I kept going through all of those boxes on top wondering where those toys were. And not until I organized this closet, I realized that they were kept in those 2 plastic boxes, which I gave them to her immediately, like the next day, and she was extremely happy to see those toys again that she hasn't seen now in over 2 months. And it was wonderful, actually.
Don't let anyone hold you down just because you are shining way more than the other could. And the best part is that you're still so humble about it. You know it's important. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my. Like oh my God, this time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel.
I'm separating all of my pants into categories. I'm gonna put all of the warmer and winter ones into that dresser, white dresser behind me, the new one like I was saying earlier, and the rest of them is categorized mainly like house pants or something that I can wear outside and painting pants. I'm gonna put all of the rest of my bottom pants into into the one of those little plastic dressers in my closet. The other plastic little dresser in my closet is going to be dedicated to my tops, the ones that can be obviously folded. Then there's going to be a bunch of just hanging clothes plus dresses, and let's not forget I'm gonna have a bunch of laundry to do after this organization because there's clothes that's been hanging for a long time and I just want it refreshed. So that laundry I think I'm gonna be doing in my next video, but main organization of most of my closet is gonna be done and finished today, and we are moving towards that goal pretty fast. My daughter is gonna come back in a couple of minutes and she needs this bed to take her nap, so I'm gonna be putting the rest of the clothes I'm gonna be left with on the floor in the closet and organizing it there.
It's 4 a.m. I'm not even tired. We're in your car. We can drive away. Oh yeah, we're almost there. I'm loving this feeling of something new. Just right what I needed. Take me there. We can drive away. Oh yeah. Listen to the midnight radio. Listen to the midnight radio. We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio. Don't wanna wait all night.
My daughter is back like I was saying and she needs the bed, so I'm trying to wrap it up and move into the closet. Normally I clean and organize with the kids because I'm all the time with them, but once a week I have a parent morning out at our church and they go there for a couple of hours, and that's just a wonderful time to have to yourself. But I decided to spend this week's couple of hours on organizing this closet because if I do it with the kids it was going to take me maybe a week, and or I would be putting it off for another couple of months.
We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio. Don't wanna wait all my life, can't remain no delay, gotta let go. We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio. Don't wanna wait all my life, can't remain no delay,
As I'm putting the clothes away and the less clothes I'm left with to organize, the easier it feels, and it's almost easier to breathe, I swear. So I'm gonna hang these skirts, and we're still gonna be left with some laundry after this organization, like I said, and I'll show you that pile, and I'll be organizing that pile in my probably next video, but I'll show you what I plan on doing with this, because that's still clothes that needs to be considered, because that's still clothes that needs to be organized, and I'll show you my plans as to where I'm going to put it. So that's my little pile of declutter, and that's my huge pile of laundry. That's a big pile to forget if you happen to forget when organizing your closet. I'm gonna put my bathing suits and my cow outfit in the bottom drawer. That's my kind of miscellaneous drawer, I guess. Those are all the tops we're left with. I'm gonna pull out all of the warmer ones, put them into that bedroom dresser, and fold some of them and hang some of them. So some of the warm long sleeve shirts I'm still gonna be using in the summer from time to time, so I like the idea of keeping all of my warmer clothes somewhere in the bedroom that's still accessible but not on the way in my closet. I think that just fits me, that I'm not by no means saying that everybody should do the same thing. Please do share in the comments how you organize your clothes. Do you hang your tops and bottoms, or do you fold them? Do you put away your warm clothes once the summer comes or not? And your ideas and comments are always very much appreciated, guys. So before I show you how the closet turned out, I wanted to show you a little trick with the clothes that annoys you by falling off your hanger all the time. So you just take a little rubber band and wrap it around the ends of your hanger, and that's it. You get a lot of these rubber bands with your mail or when you buy greens at the store. Okay, so this little shelf I'm gonna empty and put into the corner of this closet. I'm gonna leave it empty and use it as an extra storage for things like underwear, bras, and extra laundry, I guess. So when that laundry dries, my plan is to hang it, fold it, and just kind of add it to the clothes that I have already organized and see if I have enough space. I think I'll be fine, but we'll see in the next video. I'm not worried about that, because now that all the clothes is organized, even though I haven't decluttered much, I just have so much more space on top rack with that hanging empty shelves and just to hang clothes overall. We'll organize the paper, socks, and crafts on our white shelf in the next video and probably get rid of the white shelf, but now I'm gonna show you how our closet turned out. Skirts and dresses on my right, and in front are all the tops that need to be hung. That's my storage for underwear, bras, and extras. The right dresser is for tops and the left is for the bottoms.
So I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me.
Winter and warm clothes storage. This is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was the longest video I've done so far. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you in my next one. Hello friends and welcome. In today's video we will be cleaning, organizing, decluttering and rearranging some furniture. So I'll be doing a bunch of stuff today, starting with cleaning out my junk closet that has batteries, toothbrushes, light bulbs, etc. And then I'll be completely reorganizing as well as rearranging my daughter's bedroom, giving her a beautiful dresser, and I absolutely love the way her room turned out. But before I even start, something unexpected actually happened. I hardly ever use this bathtub anymore. My babies just throw stuff inside it, as you can see, and things are just left there. So this is what happened. You're probably thinking, how could you ever let that happen? Has it been sitting there for 2 years or something? Absolutely not. I don't know, maybe a week or two. I just don't really use that bathtub that much. My kids use it every once in a while, but either way, we're gonna clean it with everything I have on hand. I'm gonna use this opportunity to test a couple of cleaners. The bathroom cleaner did not work as well as I was hoping it would. So I'm gonna switch to the barkeeper's friend, the pink stuff, and the scrub daddy. I'm gonna try everything. I'm gonna put pink stuff on one side and the barkeeper's friend on the other, and then I'm gonna scrub and see what happens. To my amazement, the pink stuff started working right away. I didn't even have to wait for long, just scrubbed it right off. The barkeeper's friend on the other side is working just as well. I was really surprised. I couldn't pick my favorite. I just had to, for the barkeeper's friend, to wet the cloth a little bit. I hope this video today gives you a bunch of cleaning and organizing motivation. If that's what you're looking for, help you organize things in your house, tackle your to-do list, and feel great and relax even if you get just one thing done today. At least that's how I motivate myself. I never put more than 1 or 2 big things on my to-do list for the day, and then it just starts like a snowball. So that was a pretty good cleaning start. I'm gonna now switch to my closet. This closet has everything starting from the cleaning supplies to toothbrushes and batteries and even my pregnancy, and I'm not even pregnant and have not been for a year or so. Since I have babies running around, I'm gonna choose to do this organization on my bed. That's just what I find easier, but first I'm gonna have to change the sheets. Also, my name is Jenia and I come from Russia. I am married to my American husband for about 3 years now. We have 2 little babies together, a 2.5-year-old girl and a 1-year-old boy. I love making real-life cleaning and real-life organizing video with an occasional makeover here and there. If you enjoy that kind of motivation and this video, I hope you consider subscribing to this new channel of mine. I'm gonna wash our bedroom blanket now. I'm gonna use some Lysol sanitizer, which I like using for pretty much everything except for my baby's clothes. I also like using cold wash for pretty much almost everything unless it's a really dirty laundry. I find that money saving and safer for the clothes.
Hold up just a minute. Been looking for some help just to find myself. Yeah. Been losing my focus like 1,000 times before. Can't take this anymore.
Since I'm doing everything on my bed, I'm gonna use this gray blanket to organize things on it. Since I need to wash it later anyway, and I don't feel like organizing things on my clean sheets.
Love and to surround me and to handle my emotions. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time.
Just wanted to show those 2 baskets I got from Sam's Club the other day. I was lucky enough to just run into them. I think it was about $15 for 2 of them. I think they're so gorgeous and beautiful, and I haven't decided where to use them yet, but I'm not using them in this closet. I was thinking of using them in my laundry closet, but then nobody would see them and they're so pretty. I want them kind of on display.
Be with someone else if you can't be by yourself. Yeah. I got my problems. Lately I've been fading out, holding out, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions.
I have emptied everything from my closet onto my bed. Now I'll go through everything, see what I have, put it into categories, and then go from there.
I was out driving every mile, and now if I rewind, it's all been a waste of time. It's all been a waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was
I used to buy a bunch of containers for no reason, so now I don't anymore. I only buy them when I need them, but I have a bunch of leftovers, so I'm gonna use them whenever I can. Here's a bunch, and I'm just gonna see what I can do with them. It was actually quite useful to have them while organizing small things like deodorant, putting them on wired shelving because they don't stand straight, so I could use a couple of those containers. Most of the stuff in this closet was actually turning out to be mine, so I'm gonna take a whole shelf to myself, and I'm gonna make some labels in a minute. And for now, my blanket is done washing, so I'm gonna put it from washer into the dryer and dry it on medium temperature.
This town's so lame, I'm feeling so wired. It's 4 a.m., I'm not even tired. We're in your car, we can drive away. Oh yeah. We're almost there, I'm loving this feeling of something new. Just right what I needed, take me there. We can drive away. Oh yeah. Listen to the midnight radio. Listen to the midnight radio. We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio. Don't wanna wait all my life, can't remain, no delay, gotta let it go. A gentle breeze, the night's got a fever, to the moon and back, playing loud in the speakers. You and me, can I marry you right away? Oh yeah.
So like I was saying earlier, I'm just trying to separate everything into some kind of categories and put all the alike stuff together into containers. For example, all the small items that are to do with teeth, I'm gonna put them into one container, while the toothbrushes that are not going to fit into that container, I'm gonna place somewhere near that container, if that makes sense. And at the end of all of this, I'm gonna end up with one miscellaneous container that is gonna include just my extra stuff. And also I'm gonna end up with a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna throw away, which I'm not going to use obviously, and a couple of things I'm going to donate which are in decent shape, and I'll show it to you a little bit later. I'm just trying to share a little bit of my thought process with you as I'm organizing these things.
Listen to the midnight radio. Listen to the midnight radio. We can drive through the night. Oh, don't wanna wait.
Also, when it comes to organizing it on the shelf, obviously I am going to put all the stuff that my babies are not supposed to touch on the upper two shelves. So that makes this just a little bit harder, but we are going to get there. It's going to be perfect.
All my life, can't remain, no delay, gotta let it go. We can drive kinda simple, kinda wishful about things, and you're kinda simple, but like a pistol.
All those containers are gonna go back into the garage where I keep my organizing stuff, and those baskets, I'm just gonna put them somewhere here for now. I'm gonna decide where I'm gonna use them later. I'm just gonna vacuum the closet real quick, as well as the part of the bedroom that I messed up while doing its organizing. We're not cleaning the bedroom today, I'm just cleaning up after my organization so that I can move on to making a couple of labels and show you the finished product, and then we can move on to doing some furniture rearrangement.
Way of how you dwell, I get it. Oh, I'm so tired.
This dresser is a complete mess, but this is not my main project today, and this is just how I clean and what I find works for me. It's not on my agenda today to clean up this dresser. I'm just gonna wipe it down real quick and move on to my next project, which is much higher on my priority today.
When I need it, and you always like what I like we know each other. But sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself.
Now we're switching to making some labels. I'm going to use my Cricut machine that my mother-in-law gave me for Christmas. I'll just be making 4 labels today out of those tags that I got from Amazon, and I paid $10 for 40 of them. The link is going to be in the description just in case, and I don't get paid for recommending them. Also, before I had a Cricut machine, I used to write on them with chalk. So of course you don't have to have a Cricut machine to use them. And now our closet is ready.
About your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself. And the way of how you dwell, I get it. Don't you get it? Now I'm so tired.
This is the stuff I'm decluttering. My husband gave me an okay to donate that neck massager. And now we're switching to my daughter's bedroom. I'm going to clean it up real fast, and then I'm going to do some furniture rearranging because she doesn't really have space to keep her clothes anywhere. So I'm giving her my dresser because I feel like it matches her style better than mine. And then I'm gonna get myself a new dresser and paint it to match my style. I wanted to mention that I started doing toy rotation literally a couple of weeks ago, but I'm already noticing how much time it saves me to clean up this room. And also I have much less missing pieces for puzzles whenever I do. I also wanted to let you know that if you are liking this video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. It just lets me know that you like this video so that I can make more of them. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel so that you would get notified when my future videos are out, you just hit the red subscribe button. It's completely free and you can always change your mind later. There is no obligations to you. As far as what I'm doing right now is I'm just starting to move some furniture around to see where I'm gonna put the dresser to free up some space for it and just move it around and see what looks good. I was also puzzled for a minute when I was trying to decide whether I should or should not move my daughter's bed. She's 2.5 years old and I don't know if that's going to affect her sleep or the way she feels about the location of it, just affect her in any possible negative way. So I decided to just start moving it a little bit at a time and see her reaction and go from there. Please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments if you happen to have experience of moving a toddler's bed and how it affected them, if it did, in a positive or in a negative way.
We wanna get away. Another day of back stealing.
She actually got pretty excited when I moved the bed a little bit and she continued moving it herself.
Instead they knock us down, and that's the way it goes until we're in the ground. I don't wanna do this anymore. Hey. Well, I just wanna say
I think by giving her this dresser, I don't have to worry about the future changing of her furniture. This is just something that she can have for a very long time, even when she grows up. This is an adult dresser and it's got a lot of space. Now I can put her clothes into all the categories I want to, and I'll do that in a minute as well.
forever, so just say hello. Yeah, we'll be going all night. No, they don't pick us up, instead they knock us down, and that's the way it goes until we're in the ground. No, they don't pick us up, instead they knock us down, and that's the way it goes until we're in the ground.
Because my husband was leaving somewhere, I just asked him to move the dresser real quick. I didn't have the time to take my stuff out, which is what I'm doing now, and putting her stuff in. I also wanted to mention that when I was given this dresser, it actually looked pretty different from what it looks like now. I put the design on it myself. This is what it used to look like before, and it's actually not that difficult at all to do that design. Since this is a mostly cleaning channel, I wasn't sure if you were any interested in seeing how I did that, but if you are, let me know in the comments and I'll include a little tutorial in one of my next videos. So when it comes to the new dresser, I decided to organize it the following way. I decided to put all of the tops in one drawer, kind of separating them by short sleeve and long sleeve. Then all of the bottoms in a different drawer, shorts, pants, and some underwear. And then I decided to pull out all of the pajamas, matching ones as well as nightgowns, and put them all into a different drawer since she has so much space now. And the last drawer I decided to dedicate to the sheets and blankets. She also has some clothes hanging in her closet that will be dresses and something that I actually need to go through and organize that as well, but that will be another day, not today. If you have any other or better ideas for organizing kids' clothes, especially with less space, which I used to struggle with a lot before this dresser, I would love it if you let me know in the comments. I'd always appreciate new ideas or learning something new, especially when it comes to organization.
Closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in.
My daughter is actually not typing anything serious. She's playing with my non-working old laptop. But you'll be surprised how much dirt this vacuum is gonna get out of this room alone. This is a Dyson V10 and I got it from Costco. I actually asked my husband to give it to me for Christmas a few months before Christmas, so that was a pretty special present to me. Their batteries do run out pretty fast though. It takes me about half an hour to an hour to run out of my battery. I don't know, maybe it's just my vacuum, but I just keep it on charger at all times and it doesn't bother me that much. Since I personally don't normally vacuum the whole house all in one go, I normally take it room by room with little breaks in between. So all in all, those cordless vacuums are a little bit pricey, but they're definitely worth it so much. in case this is something you are looking into but have not quite made up your mind whether or not you need it. Also, I just wanted to mention that nothing is sponsored in this video. I do not get paid for recommending anything that I'm using in this video or ever.
Here's to the memories. Cheers to who used to be. Your friend said that you left me. I'm glad that's what you believe. So all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Oh, bye-bye, bye-bye. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell goodbye. U-G-L-I, you'll never see me cry. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell it. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
I showed the empty vacuum before I started vacuuming this room, and still this vacuum got this much dirt. I'm gonna be honest, I do not vacuum every day, but every 3 days, 4 days, at least once a week I do. I love this vacuum.
Thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time.
So this is how our room turned out today. I hope you like it. I love it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you so much for stopping by. This video is coming to an end now. I hope to see you in my next one.
Thinking about him all the time. I can get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine. Hard to say, yeah, yeah.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenia, and in today's video we're going to be doing a lot of fun things such as cleaning, organizing and decluttering of my house, as well as painting, or I would say a DIY project on a piece of furniture. A lot of you guys have requested that furniture makeover tutorial that I offered you in my last video when I gave my daughter my bedroom dresser. I will be happy to show it to you today. But first, let me show you our lovely messy kitchen where we're going to be starting our cleaning today. We'll also be doing a cleaning, organizing and decluttering of my dining room area. There is a huge standing shelf there that has a lot of things on it that don't need to be there. I need to clean, organize, declutter and rearrange that whole shelf, as well as my big dining room table that happened to be our catch-all area for everything in our house, starting from kids' toys to my painting supplies. So I don't know what's there, we're just gonna have to go through it. And of course, let's not forget that DIY painting project or furniture makeover. And for those who are new to this channel, my name is Jenia and I am a stay-at-home mom and a wife. I've been married to my husband for about 3 years now, and we have 2 kids together and a cat. My oldest is a 2.5-year-old girl, and my son just turned 1 year old, and I can't believe it. I love making real-life cleaning, organizing, decluttering videos, as well as an occasional makeover, and I'm guessing now I'm going to include some DIYs in my videos. So if you enjoy this video and that kind of content, I hope you consider subscribing to this new channel of mine so that you can get notified every time I release a new video. In case you decide to subscribe, you just press that red subscribe button, and it's absolutely free, and you can change your mind at any time. You don't owe anybody anything. As you can see, I'm cleaning this kitchen now. I'm just unloading the dishwasher to load it back up and just clean up this kitchen actually to get it ready for painting it. I am so tired of this brown color of our cabinets, and I have been wanting to paint them for forever now, but I understand that it's a very long and serious project. I've never painted a kitchen in my life. I'm going to be using a brush and a roller. I'm not going to be using a gun. Even though I have one, I am actually quite just nervous. I want to take it slow. So I've been taking steps towards this goal. I first decluttered and reorganized my whole kitchen. Of course, I have a video on that, as well as decluttering and organizing my whole pantry. And now my kitchen is pretty much ready for painting. Just need to clean it a little bit, just make sure that everything is in place, and that's what we're going to do right now. In my last video, I mentioned that I've been going through some flu or whatever it is that has been attacking our family, my husband, my kids, and me. I don't know if my cat is also suffering from it, not sure, but she might. Anyway, we've been sick for a very long time, I would say a month and a half. It's never happened to me for such a long time before, but we are getting better, and I'm glad that I actually lost my voice. I'm glad to be getting my voice back. My kids also started daycare only once a week and only about a month ago, but we've been sick ever since. And so I heard that it's going to take a little while for them to build the immune system and stop bringing all the germs back home. But either way, I believe that's just part of the process, and that I'm just so beyond happy that they get to communicate with other little kiddos and make friends, and mama gets a couple of hours a week off. I don't know about you guys, but I always run my dishwasher twice a day, every day, if it's a regular day. I don't know if that's too much or if it's normal, but I just feel like my sink always seems to overflow with dirty dishes. I also feel like it might have something to do with having small kids around, and I just always am doing dishes. Actually, before I was married 3 years ago, I didn't even have a dishwasher in the place I used to live in before, and it never bothered me, not one little bit. So if you would like to, leave me a comment below and let me know how many times do you have to start your dishwasher a day, or do you even have to use it every day?
Tell what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips, so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother.
So I'm just using Dawn dishwashing soap to clean the stove. And then I'm gonna wipe it with water-wet microfiber cloth. And when it comes to grates, I'm gonna rinse them with tap water because they're not the worst case scenario today. And then we'll clean our sink with Dawn dishwashing soap as well.
We hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over. Over. Spill it out. Don't you spare any details. Ever you feel about us. Spill it out. Don't you spare any details. Oh baby, it's time to don't say that it's over now that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over. Over.
There was this red dot of paint on my sink that the dishwashing soap wasn't quite picking up, so I decided to use the pink stuff for it. I actually just recently ordered the pink stuff for the first time, but I have put it to quite a few tests already. And now, if you were wondering if it actually works or not, I feel pretty safe to say that it does, and it really is quite good for any kind of hard stains or any kind of mess that you need to clean.
Hold up just a minute. Been looking for some help just to find myself. Yeah. Been losing my focus like 1,000 times before. Can't take this anymore. 'Cause I've been looking for something to change thoughts into motion. Been waiting way too long. Yeah, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was out driving every mile, and now if I rewind, it's all been a waste of time. It's all been a waste of time. How could somebody be
Now that the kitchen is clean, I just wanted to do one more thing before I actually started painting it. By the way, I didn't want to confuse you, I'm not including the actual painting of the kitchen cabinets in this video. I'm going to make a separate video for that. In today's video, although we are doing some painting just like I promised at the beginning, but it's just going to be a makeover of that beautiful white dresser I was telling you about before. Anyway, before I start painting this kitchen cabinets, I just wanted to do one more thing, and that's to go through these two miscellaneous baskets that I keep in the kitchen, and everything ends up in them.
It's all been a waste of time. I was out driving every mile, and now if I rewind, it's all been a waste of time. It's all been a waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time.
This is the huge shelf I was telling you about before that desperately needs organizing, and this is the catch-all dining room table that also is not the cleanest. This is also where I decided to place my wicker baskets that I got from Sam's Club pretty recently, and I couldn't decide where I was going to place them because I wanted them to be seen and not hidden somewhere in the closet. I find them really quite pretty, and you'll see them in a minute.
Out driving every mile, and now if I rewind, it's all been a waste of time. working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you.
So these gray baskets are the baskets from Sam's Club. I got them, I believe, for about $7 each at Sam's Club, and now I don't see them anymore, but I could still get them online, but they are out of stock, and I'm waiting for them to, be available again. I don't normally buy expensive baskets or any kind of decor, but just recently I started changing my way of thinking and changing my mind about that. So I just decided to start collecting them, and maybe over time I'll have a bunch of wicker baskets and hopefully matching ones. So that's why I'm waiting for the same color to be available online at Sam's Club. And I think $7 for that kind of basket is not a bad price at all. So I'm gonna put all of my Cricut stuff into one basket and all of my daughter's arts and crafts into another basket and keep them here on this shelf. At some point I wanted to keep all of my arts and crafts, all of my daughter's arts and crafts in her bedroom, but it doesn't make any sense because we use them down here in the kitchen and in the dining room area, so I might as well keep them on this big shelf and just keep them in one of those baskets.
These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. These are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again, to see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. And I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Hey, I don't get what this is about. You got my head spinning on my shoulders. I feel it burn inside of my chest. See the lines as they blur out. I can feel it knocking me out. You're bringing me higher and higher in every way. And all of my doubts, I can feel them fading away. Oh, you're like a fantasy. I know this can't be real. I'm falling way down. All delusional. Got the feeling like I'm lucid dreaming. Got me flying high. 'Cause I can't believe that I get to have you close. On an endless road, I'm levitating now. In one of those lucid dreams. In one of those lucid dreams. Oh yeah. Wait, you gotta tell me what you did. I saw the world turning in my mind. Oh, yesterday you pulled the rug under my feet. Still I'm trying to wake me up. What if I'm making it all up? You're bringing me higher and higher in every way.
Okay, I think this shelf looks so much better after I put all of the miscellaneous stuff on this shelf into those two white baskets. I'll definitely be getting more of those. Okay, it is now time to move to our furniture makeover. This is the design I'm going to be showing you how to do on your furniture if you wish to. So I'll have to tell you how to do this from the beginning, and we're starting with the before picture. My mother-in-law gave me this dresser that had a white distressed look to it, and we're going to turn it into winter white, clean, bright white color. So I'm taking the hardware off, and then I'm going to clean the dresser. And for that, I'm going to put a couple of drops of dishwashing soap into a spray bottle with water and clean the dresser with it. That's just what I clean my furniture with whenever I do a makeover, and I know other people do that too. So whenever I pick up any tips or tricks from other people, I'll be happy to share them with you guys, but just remember that I am a complete beginner myself. Now it's time to sand it, and I think I used a 220 grit sanding paper for this piece. I did this project just a little bit while ago, so I'm telling you what I used and how much, just as best I can remember. I'm gonna use chalk paint on this one. I got it from Walmart for about 10 bucks. And I'm gonna end up giving this dresser 2 coats of paint with a few hours of dry time in between. Maybe 2, 3, 4 hours is enough. Okay, so for the design, what we're going to be doing is called a raised stencil, and we're going to be using glass bead gel for that. Under this video, in the description section, you'll find the links of the products I used for this project. Next, I'm going to add some color to my glass bead gel. I'm using metallic paint. As far as I know, you can use any paint of any color you like to add to your glass bead gel. There isn't any particular formula or a proportion you have to follow. You just add your paint to the glass bead gel until you like the color. And then you take your favorite stencil. I would highly recommend to tape it to your piece of furniture and then put the stuff on the stencil. I would not recommend using any kind of brush like I was doing just a second ago. I would recommend using a spatula like I'm doing right now. Like I said, the secret to this design is the glass bead gel, and that's the priciest part of this project depending on how much you need to use. This project is pretty big, and I used about a 32-ounce can. For someone who would use a lot of this stuff, the best option would be to buy a huge 128 ounces can for $100, and that will last forever. I found that the best way to apply this stuff on your stencil is to first put a thick coat of glass bead gel with a spatula and then wipe the extra off, just pressing lightly and making sure that the stencil does not move. Obviously, I was saving and reusing the gel left on my spatula. And then take the stencil off and you're done. When this stuff dries, it's hard as a rock and you don't have to worry about it chipping off. Now, a couple more things. The stencil needs to be cleaned and wiped off every once in a while. You cannot clean this stuff in your sink, it will clog the pipes. So every time I switched to the next drawer, I just cleaned my stencil, wiping it off with a wet towel, and that's it. So every time after reapplying the stencil about 3 times and it got quite thick with the stuff on it, I tried cleaning it. This is the first time I ever done a project like this myself, and I just started painting furniture recently, just a couple of months ago, because I just like it. I got my stencil from Hobby Lobby for about $5 or so. If you like this design but you don't feel like going to Hobby Lobby, I would suggest just Google Vine stencil and see what comes up. And I'll be honest, the price for the glass bead gel is totally worth it to me. If you were to find a piece of furniture with similar design on the market, it would cost a ridiculous amount of money. You can Google it, check it for yourself. Also, during applying the gel, if it gets somewhere where it doesn't need to be, it's very easily wiped off with a wet towel as long as it hasn't dried yet. I'm gonna spray paint my hardware white, and then after it dries, I'm gonna cover it with that same metallic paint I used earlier. I'm gonna put more of the glass bead gel mix on the edges of the dresser. And also because I used chalk paint earlier, I needed to put final top coat of clear wax to protect the furniture. I did that as the very last thing, and I'm sorry I don't have a footage of that, but I will attach the wax link in the description anyway. Now I'm putting the hardware back on and our project is ready. If you have any questions or any opinions, please leave them in the comments below. I am so glad you stopped by today. I wish you a wonderful week and I'll see you soon. I hope you will come back and don't forget to subscribe for more.
How closer to ya? Tell me how and I'll do it, babe.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I am Jenia. In today's video I will be completely reorganizing my personal bathroom space or my bathroom vanity. I will be building, or rather putting together, a new organizer that is affordable, functional, no drill, renter free and customizable, if that's a word. I also feel like I have not done laundry with you in a while, so I'll grab that opportunity today. I have a bunch of kitchen rags and towels, baby laundry, adult laundry, but we'll do as much as we can or as much as we want to. And after the laundry, we'll be switching to cleaning, decluttering, and organizing that bathroom of mine. And one key thing I want to focus on today as well is to find some space in my vanity to keep and store all of the bathroom things in the bathroom and not in the hallway closet where, for example, my hairdryer is for now. Anyway, we'll get to all of the hair scrunchies, toothbrushes, makeup, lotions, clips, plugs, scissors, and organize them all in a baby-proof way. But first, let's start with some laundry. I have some sitting in the washing machine that's been forgotten about, so I'm gonna put it into the dryer and start a new load of laundry. When it comes to our laundry, I prefer washing it on cold temperature, unless it's really dirty of course, and drying it on either medium or low heat because I think it's safer for the clothes. And washing it in cold water will save some money on your hot water bill. This is our corner where we neatly store our dirty laundry. This is just my kids' clothes. We'll start this one in the washing machine, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to fold all of that because, in my opinion, if I fold just one load of laundry a day, that's enough for me. But anyway, to all of you guys who are new here on my channel, welcome, and my name is Jenia. I have been married to my American husband for over 3 years and we have 2 little kids and a kitty together. My daughter Anya is almost 3 years old, my son Max is 1, and my beautiful kitty cat Katya is 3 years old. Here on my channel you will find plenty of cleaning, organizing and decluttering motivation, as well as an occasional makeover and sometimes a DIY project such as painting a piece of furniture, for example. I like doing things on a budget, and also whether I do or do not like it, I do show you real life messes here on my channel as we clean them. Sometimes it's very messy, sometimes it's really dirty, and sometimes it's extremely embarrassing, but I feel like if I keep it real, it's probably easier for you to relate if your house is not in perfect condition. But anyway, I just started kitchen towels and microfiber cloths in the washing machine on cold temperature because cold temperature is the only one acceptable for microfiber cloths. And then I'll dry them on very low temperature as well, such as maybe air fluff. So this load I'm going to fold includes everybody's clothes, but mostly my husband's. The new practice I'm gonna start trying is to fold my husband's clothes, then maybe neatly fold mine, and when it comes to babies, there is no point in folding that close. Of course, I don't think there is anything wrong with folding your baby's clothes, especially if you find laundry therapeutic and not annoying like most people, but I personally feel like I've been wasting a bunch of time doing that. I feel like I can fold it every once in a while if I'm, for example, decluttering and organizing their space completely, but every time folding their laundry is a lot of just time. So from now on, when it comes to adjust my baby's clothes, just putting it together in categories is good enough for me. And one last thing about my laundry, in case you're questioning my color separation, I do not always do that unless things are new. And also I just bought the color catcher sheets by Shout, and those things look just like dryer sheets, but what they do is absorb colors, I guess, as you wash your clothes, and they keep your clothes safe when it comes to any color leaks, basically. So it's for people who don't like separating their laundry by colors, and I'm trying them out right now, and I'll give you my feedback if you're interested in some of my future videos, but as I know more about them, but so far I've only heard good things about them. But anyway guys, I hope today's video will give you plenty of good energy if you're trying to get things done physically, and keep you entertained if you're trying to recharge mentally on your couch.
And I'm looking for your attention. Wide awake and I'm just scared away for a better chance at a great romance, and I'm just not getting any braver. 'Cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love in every direction. I'm looking for someone to show me the way when my map is torn up. Give me a light when my torch is blown out. Let me escape from my hideaway. I give up all of my little addictions, but I'm still stuck with some tough decisions, yeah. Now I'm up against the wall, and I'm looking for your attention.
Also, one new thing I started doing with my laundry, which could be obvious to some of you, but to me it wasn't, is to separate my laundry first by people and then by category as I go through each person's laundry. Because before, I used to separate the whole pile of laundry into all of the categories included in that laundry. That way I had so many categories to deal with all at the same time, and then I had to separate those categories by people. It turned out to be a little bit too confusing to me. So now I separate them all into 4 categories, which is all of the people in my household, and then each category I just quickly fold. It's just so much quicker for me. I don't know why. But I'm sure a lot of you know better tips and tricks, which you're always welcome to leave them in the comments like you always do. I am not a professional housewife. I try to learn things as I go, and I learn so much stuff absolutely every day, especially from the comments that you leave for me every time. So please let me know if you wish. I am curious, how do you do your laundry? Do you separate it by people or by category first? Or maybe you do it in a different way that I haven't even heard of yet.
Yeah. Ooh, 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 225. Lucky stars on a cheap desert price. For this guy who's giving me what I like. When I slide on a beat while we hide. But I fell off, landed right on my face, yeah. Can't hear the star killer bass, yeah. It don't matter, I'm still amazing. Just got home, I've been hovering around the cool kid compounds. Started look real promising, yeah. 225, lucky stars on a cheap, that's a price. For this guy, it's giving me what I like. Wanna slide on a beat every night. But
We're now getting through and done with that big laundry load, and the rest that is drying or washing is none of our concern for today anymore, because we're done with one. That's enough. So let's just get to the big project of cleaning, decluttering, and organizing my bathroom vanity. If you can, if that's at all possible, please don't pay a lot of attention to my husband's side of the bathroom, which is by the window. Let's just concentrate on my bathroom vanity today. That's enough mess there. So here it is. The trash can is on the counters because of my little baby that goes through the trash can. And also you might be asking, Jenia, how do you keep your hairdryer outside of the bathroom vanity if your vanity is pretty big, you have space? And I don't know. Let's get through my stuff and see what I'm doing wrong. I'm sure we'll find some kind of answer, but I assure you at the end of all of this bathroom is gonna look so neat and so organized and so just, I am happy with the way it turned out. Let's get to it.
Can't find a time where I can tell ya what I feel now. Been biting my tongue for
Of course, taking everything out of the vanity from the shelves to clean it and put it back together in an organized way. I have laid down a towel on the floor after sweeping the floor, as you could see, so that I can organize on that towel. But of course, that towel is not going to be enough for all the stuff that I have in the vanity. I'm going to end up bringing another. Well, you'll see all of the stuff here on the floor. Although it's personal, I don't feel like there is anything worth hiding from you. So it's stuff that all of us use on a daily basis.
know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right. Can't get my head around it. I can never hit the brakes. Every time you touch me, babe, you send me right out into space. You send me right out into space. Right into space. I'm not the kind of
Okay, so we're halfway there because everything is out of the vanity and off the shelves and is on the floor. The only thing that's left to do really is to go through every single item and decide if I need it or not, and then what category it belongs to. If you're laughing at this little thing I had hanging on my wall and wondering what this little construction is, it's actually a DIY organizer. I saw this idea on YouTube and I really liked it, so I designed something to keep my little everyday use things up away from the kids, but at the same time at a very easy and quick access for me. As funny looking as it is, it actually was the most helpful organizer, if you can call it that, in my bathroom so far. But I will take it apart today, I will take it away. I believe I will live without it just as happy of a life, and I'm sure I'll be fine. As for today, we're going to be constructing something different. I'll bring in a few things I got from the dollar store and Walmart. We'll construct an organizer for under the vanity, and then we'll bring in another one from Amazon for over-the-door organization, and put all of the small things and stuff in it. You'll find some links under this video in the description. One of the key things, like I mentioned earlier, I am trying to achieve here today is to make some space and create a way to keep all of the bathroom things in the bathroom and not in the hallway closet. I have my hair dryer and my hair straightener in the hallway closet right now. Also, another thing is to keep all of the small, sharp, dangerous things away from the kids. You may see my house messy sometimes and all the time, but one thing you will never see in my house is anything that's dangerous or sharp on the floor or anywhere at kids' reach. I will take that thing extremely serious. I can't help myself. I'm a mother. If you are one, you probably are the same. This is why, pretty or not, my trash can is always on my vanity as opposed to on the floor. If you have any ideas regarding the trash can, please leave them in the comments below, but so far I have not come up with anything. I do not want to reach inside the vanity to throw something away into the trash can just because I have a baby-proof lock on it, so I want something really easy access kind of for the trash. So far I have not come up with anything. Also, what you see me doing right now is just kind of pulling things into categories as much as I can. To name a few, so far I have makeup and then hair, and then something that's sort of miscellaneous, I don't know, like cotton balls and napkins, anything that's in a bottle or a can, and then anything that does not belong in the bathroom, and all of the containers and holders to the side. I'll go through them later. I will not be keeping much in this bathroom, but this is the organizer that I love so much and I will be saying goodbye to today because it's just not as pretty for my bathroom anymore.
I can know you should.
The two adjustable shower rods are going to be the base for our inside the vanity organizer. I got them from Walmart, as well as that organizer from Amazon and some containers from the dollar store. I'm gonna use 7th generation all-purpose cleaner to freshen up my bathroom, and then I'm gonna bring in some Clorox for the sink because it just needs a little bit of a deeper cleaning. I'm gonna use the couple of cloths that I'm gonna throw away after this cleaning, and the blue one is just to kind of dry everything up. It's just a clean finish up cloth. So these dark leaks, I believe, are just coming from the cloth because the cloth is dirty, because I was wiping things with it before. And if you want to believe that it's coming purely from under that sink area, that's okay to believe that, as long as it's getting cleaned, right? I have two little blue containers inside one of the drawers that I'm not taking out simply because they're secured inside the drawer with two-sided adhesive tape, but I'm gonna wipe all around them.
Let's go.
My floor bathroom mats are getting a little old, so I'm gonna be looking for some new ones, and in the meanwhile I'm gonna keep these for now. I'm just gonna give them a wash in the laundry room, of course in cold wash and low heat dry.
Show me how to love without limits, to have a good time. My glass was always half empty, but now you're in my life. We're far away from the city lights.
Okay, so now let's pray together for those shower rods to fit inside my vanity as I want them to. Those are adjustable and I got them from Walmart, and when I measured my vanity lengthwise, it was 47 inches. So the shower rods, I was looking for the ones that would adjust to maybe 50 inches, but only found ones that adjusted to 60 inches. Because the longer they are, the more expensive they are. I had to get two different ones because one of them was out of stock, but each one of them cost me a little bit under $7. Plus the 4 containers from the dollar store that I found in the kitchen section. I believe they're a little bit sturdier than the rest of the dollar store containers, but I wouldn't keep weights in them either. You can see me so happy that my plan actually came to life, and the way that those containers fit just perfectly in my vanity. It did take me a minute to adjust those rods to make sure that the containers sit nice and tight and are not falling through, and also that the rods are tightly secured to the vanity walls. What I really like about this idea is that the rod can go right through those pipes that we all have under our sinks, and they can get on the way sometimes if we try to put a shelf on that level. Anyway, I'm now trying to fill those containers, but I wouldn't put anything heavy there either, like hair dryer and hair straighteners are not gonna go in there. They're gonna go right on the bottom of my vanity because as sturdy as those containers are, they are not sturdy enough for heavier things. So in my opinion, the lighter things are, the better for those containers, and all the heavy stuff can go on the bottom of the vanity.
It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. You could never wear me out.
You may be asking, Jenia, how many toothbrushes does one person need? Those are for my kids. They like playing with them and brushing their teeth. Apparently they need different color every day, but I had this morning to myself, which is why I was trying to get this project done, and I was trying to finish it up before the kids come back, but it was an unrealistic expectation, of course.
Night sky, it's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out, even after all of these years. You still look at me with the same love. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. You could never wear me out. You could never wear me out.
Welcome back to the bedroom, my dear hair dryer and straightener and everything that's supposed to be kept in the bedroom.
We don't talk anymore. If we did, I think it would get pretty ugly. They made me believe love's an open door in the beginning, then they shut it pretty quickly. I thought we were good, at times even great, but apparently I was just one big mistake.
I gotta go get the kids. This is how I'm leaving everything. So, we're gonna continue once I get the kids.
Sorry, not sorry that everyone that crosses my way is gonna feel the same pain that I felt. That ain't what it seems. It's dark and crawling when you're with me, you're with me, you're with me.
The kids are not going to be allowed in the bedroom while this is going on, but just in case, I'm trying to get everything that's sharp and dangerous off the floor and out of the way, just in case, and just like we discussed earlier.
My exes made me this way. Oh, this love ain't what it seems.
Look at this afternoon light. You can tell it's been a few hours. I'm going to turn the light on and continue working now. If you see a new dollar store container here and there, that's because I have a bunch of them in the garage. I believe I have a problem with buying containers all the time, but I can't help it. I just love the dollar store for that reason. They're all so cute and so cheap and so useful. I use them everywhere all the time. I change them as I reorganize things, so I don't find that to be much of a problem for me. Plus, I always have containers handy. The organizer on the door I got from Amazon for $8.79. I somehow misplaced the hooks that it came with, so I'm just gonna hang it on the hook organizer that I had from the dollar store. And in that container, I'm gonna put all of the small things, shiny things, things that my kids would normally go for.
When you're with me, you're with me, you're with me. I'll never replay my exes made me this way. This love ain't what it seems. It's dark and cold with me. When you're with me, you're with me, you're with me. I thought we were good, at times even great, but apparently I was just one big mistake. My exes and me, we don't talk anymore. No.
I know a lot of people keep all of their jewelry in the bedroom for easy access. However, I don't do that because I keep it somewhere else. I don't wear it all on a daily basis. I just have a couple of go-to earrings that I'm gonna keep in the bedroom. And also my perfume I keep on the shelf next to my bed. And most of the rest of the stuff is going to be kept in this vanity now. Because we have a 2-level organizer inside my vanity now, I can store more things, and that way I can fit refill bottles, for example, for my shampoo and shower gels. So from now on, as I buy more stuff, I'm going to try to keep refills inside my vanity as much as I can. Because up to today, if I say run out of shampoo while showering, I had to get out of the shower and run to the hallway closet to get another one.
When it's over, I got someplace that I gotta be. It won't leave. My friends say, get out of your comfort zone. It's a blessing in disguise. Get out of what you call home. Your name is written in the sky. It might feel just like you're on your own, but baby, it's another lie. Remember, you were made. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something, but there's no word. I try to justify my actions, last reactions, heartbeat raising. Oh, it doesn't work.
My belongings in this organizer are used from time to time, and things that I use absolutely every day are all stored on this little shelf, including my makeup.
Remember you were made. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something, but there's no word. I try to justify my actions, less reactions, heart beat raising. Oh, it doesn't work. I try to work.
I'm going to be putting all of the containers that are not going to be used today back into the garage for other projects. Everything in that box, diaper box, is going to be thrown away and decluttered, and the blue basket includes things that don't belong in this bathroom. I'm putting away the towels to wash them later. I'm going to sweep the floor to put back the clean, washed and dried floor rugs or mats. I'm going to bring in a little more stuff from the hallway closet that I will now keep here in this bathroom and do some final touches here.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer, yeah, come a little bit closer, yeah. You're a little bit crazy, it's been days but you never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer.
I'm gonna put this little lavender, nice smelling little scent thing I got from the dollar store now that I have space for it. When it comes to cotton balls for my nails, I used to keep them in a mason jar, but it can be very easily broken. I just never felt really comfortable with that, so into Ziploc sandwich bag they go. And after that I am done and ready to show you the finished product and how I decided to organize everything. So here we go.
You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, I can really start over. Yeah, in the back of my mind, there's someone waiting on me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely. Finally got some closure. Yeah, I can finally start over. Yeah, so all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly.
These are all of my hair things in here that you can't see, and everything else is kind of transparent.
Here's to the memories. Cheers to who used to be. Your friend said that you left me. I'm glad that's what you believe.
I should really put that brush in here.
All my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Oh, bye-bye, bye-bye. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell goodbye. U-G-L-I, you'll never see me cry. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell it. Bye-bye.
Those bottles are the things I use more often. Behind the Q-tips are a couple of bottles of my restock shampoos and stuff like that, and as I get more, I can fit more in there. There is space if I move the Q-tips a little bit forward. In the blue bin you can see my body care refills and some soap. As you can see, there's plenty of space to keep more stuff in here, to refill stuff and put it behind the bins and move the bins forward a little bit. So that's the idea for the future. Now I'm just gonna throw some before and after pictures at you guys. And as always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye now.
I've got 30 minutes.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenia and today we're going to be cleaning, organizing and decluttering my complete disaster of a garage. My husband and I kind of share this space. He has his own side for his tools and I have my side for my arts and crafts, which has kind of been taken over the entire area. Well, I am a mom of 2 toddlers and I do my best to try and find the time to have my own hobbies and activities aside from my kids that also make me happy and drive me to wake up in the mornings. Lately, however, I have expanded those hobbies without taking the time first to come up with some sort of organization system. And so that's what I will be taking care of today because better late than never and no one is perfect really. So let's take a look at my hoarder's garage.
I won't do that again.
As I mentioned before, I try to have hobbies and my most space-consuming ones are gardening, which means bags of soil, pots and large containers for hydroponics, for example. The other one is painting furniture and that is having a lot of furniture. If not organized properly or if I'm backed up on work, for example, like I am on furniture right now, it will get cluttered pretty fast. If you didn't notice any furniture, that's because it's all cluttered up at the moment. I have 2 large tables, 2 small ones, 2 dressers, and somebody will bring 2 nightstands a little bit later. Anyway, the first thing I'm trying to do is to create some sort of passage to be able to walk through my garage and work on things. And now that that is done, I'm going to create a workspace for myself by, I guess, throwing everything from this furniture on one side for now. And that way I can sort through things by category or whichever way, but I need some workspace to work on. If you're thinking nobody needs this much furniture even if you're working on it, that is probably true. However, it is staying in my garage until I'm done with it and it is a long story which I don't want to get into right now. By the way, for those who are new, my name is Jenia and I am a Russian wife to an American husband and we have 2 little kids together. My daughter Anya is 2, almost 3, and my son Max is 1 year old. We also have a beautiful cat and her name is Katya. On my channel you'll find plenty of cleaning, organizing and decluttering, and I like doing things on the budget if I can. You will also see real life messes and cluttered spaces that I will put in my videos for you to see because that's just real life. You also might be thinking, well, that's just embarrassing for you to do so, and I kind of got over that feeling because every once in a while I receive a comment from someone saying that I just help them feel normal by showing them that they're not alone in their mess and we all struggle with something, and that's all that does it for me really. Of course, I get the opposite comments as well every once in a while, and I believe that's coming from a place of just not understanding how can someone let their garage get to that stage. And that's okay because we all seem to love to compare to others. Whether it makes us feel worse or better, we all need to keep up with the Joneses. Honestly, I used to think that, well, I have 2 kids and there are moms who have 3 or even 4 or more kids and somehow they keep up with their days. So if they can do that, I should be able to climb the Everest with my 2 toddlers. However, I think when we compare, we dismiss that everybody's circumstances are different. Maybe some of those moms have parents that live close by and help them, or nannies, or maybe that mom is just having a good day today. And you're seeing her at a store with all her makeup and hair done and you think, wow, she has it all together. But every once in a blue moon, I also happen to do my hair and makeup and dress my kids up and show up at a store because I might be going somewhere else or I might be just having a good day. And if I did not know myself, I think that I have it all together. But then you see my garage and you think, nope, she doesn't. Anyway, I've listened to a couple podcasts on that topic of comparing because it was bothering me greatly, and I came up with a couple of realistic goals that are just for me. And now that I'm working towards those goals, I don't have to compare myself to others because their goals are different as well as their circumstances. And what I have learned is that we compare when we cannot define ourselves or what we want from life. In other words, our definition of success, we don't have it. So we rely on someone else like the Joneses to define it for us, and then we try and keep up with them. And we waste so much precious time doing that as well. But life is walking by while we're surrounding ourselves with all of that negativity. I think it's best said that life is just what happens while we're busy making other plans. And it's so important to try and enjoy today, and I think it's great to have goals for a better life, cleaner home, more money, whatever it may be, but also to enjoy the journey to it and not just the destination. and time is ticking and we're not getting those minutes back. Is it really worth it to spend it on making ourselves feel worse by comparing us to those who, let me emphasize, seem to have it all together on their good days and without even knowing what's behind their garage door? I think it's far better to define our own success and set our own goals and enjoy the process of moving towards that goal, with all the achievements along the way as well as reaching the goal itself. But while we all struggle with something from time to time, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. What is it that you're trying to balance out in your life right now? It could be work and family, or hobbies, or kids and free time, or whatever it is that you're struggling with. Leave me a comment if you feel like it. I'd love to hear from you.
We're perfectly opposite. You got my heartstrings.
In the meanwhile, our garage is getting better and better by the minute, and I also wanted to mention that I did not complete this project in one day, as you can probably see by me wearing 57 different outfits. I think it took me about a week or so, I can't exactly remember. I did not set this garage up as my priority, so I was doing it at whatever free time I had. It could be 15 minutes on one day and 2 hours on another, but all in all, I got it done eventually. As you could see before, my husband brought in that white shelf that used to be in my closet. I'm going to be organizing all of my planting supplies on that shelf, including little plastic bottles and whatever nonsense that I have going on. I'll try to make it more organized. And before you start judging me on collecting all of those plastic tea bottles, I have a project in my mind that I will be using them for. Either way, I'm just trying to clean everything up, and on the right side with that wire shelf and the white shelf, I'm going to be placing all of my planting supplies, and on the other side, I'll be placing all of my painting supplies as well as arts and crafts. Also, this pest spray I'm using in all of the corners, that's my own idea in my head. I just can't stand anything that crawls, basically any kind of insects, and I just thought that might help. It's pet and child safe. Not that we have any kind of big problems with insects in our house, however, I just try to be careful. And also my kitty, last year, she brought me a couple of surprises because she was so proud of catching them, and I still have nightmares about it. I'm gonna store all of my big soil bags right there, and I'm not just planning to forget about them. I am also working on my new garden right now as I'm doing this project with the garage as well. So before I even finish this project, I'm gonna go through all of those bags in my garden. I'm gonna bring in some more bags, and in the end I'm gonna need to find a solution to just store maybe 2 big bags of soil in this garage, and you'll see what that will be.
You're the reason why we're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out, even after all of these years. You still look at me with the same love. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me.
On the right side of this shelf, I'm gonna store most of my painting supplies, but the bigger cans of paint are gonna go on the upper shelf out of my sight because I'm probably not gonna need them in a long time. As much as I can, I'm trying to store all of the things that I need more often in front of me or closer to me, and all the others that I don't need so much kind of behind other things or in a storage box, but at the same time sort of in a category. You will see all of that during this video, but I am trying as much as I can not to clutter up my visual space so that I don't get confused every time I see so many different things. I don't like that. I have all of those brushes that I haven't been using lately since I haven't been painting in a while, so I'm gonna store some of them that are kind of a backup away, and you'll see my little DIY storing solution in a second. I just released my first marathon organization video, which is like 2 hours of organizing, and that also includes me organizing my garage for the first time. And actually, in real life, that happened about a little bit over 6 months ago. And back then I set up this little black box that is simply being held by screw-in hooks, if that's the right term. It has been working so great for me, but only for those things that I don't use on a daily basis, because it's easy to take it out, but it's not so easy to just slide it back in. So I only use it for the things that I store to use someday in the future. This box has 2 holes on the lid because I had my husband drill them before when I used this box for my hydroponic planting, but now I'm going to use it for my brushes. I'm going to store the refill brushes inside the box, and the ones that I use the most will go right inside the holes.
Remember you want me. I try to work, but it doesn't work. I try to say something, but there's no word. I try to justify my actions, less reactions, heartbeat raising. Oh, it doesn't work.
I have a lot of dollar store containers which I buy on a regular basis. I reuse them in different rooms. I always reorganize things. And today I'm going to use those containers to hang them on screws, as you can see, in different places of this big shelf in the garage. So all the stuff that I don't use on a regular basis, I'm gonna hang all the way up, but I can still see through the container and tell what's inside. I find that really helpful. I can also take the container off really easily and change its location or place it somewhere else or do whatever I please with it, clean it, I don't know. But yeah, that works for me. It's really simple, but it really does work for me. All the stuff that I do use on a daily basis, I'm gonna hang all the way down.
I've been gone, but haven't done much healing. It's pretty clear to me. Kinda strange how I can take a beat from my better self. It's like no one else even really scratches the surface. 'Cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love in every direction. Looking for someone to show me the way when my map is torn up. Give me a light when my torch is blown out. Let me escape.
To store all of my spray bottles and just plastic bottles, I've been using these DIY Lazy Susans that have been working like magic for me. The only thing is we just need to make a couple more to store all of those bottles behind, and some more to come with all the gardening that I've been doing lately. So each Lazy Susan is gonna need 2 small and 1 large baking trays, I guess, from the dollar store, as well as 1 bag of marbles. You also might have seen me making those Lazy Susans before, because I've also used them in my pantry to store my canned food.
Wide awake and I'm just scared away for a better chance at a great romance, and I'm just not getting any braver. 'Cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love in every direction. I'm looking for someone to show me the way when my map is torn up. Give me a light when my torch is blown out. Let me escape from my hideaway. I give up all of my little addictions.
All of the things that need organization that are kind of miscellaneous, or some of the arts and crafts, anything that's not organized and needs to be, I'm gonna dump into this one pile and go through it one by one. So all of the sticky stuff like glue and tapes went into this DIY little organizer that I made in my previous garage organization video, and it has been working for me, so I'm gonna keep it. Anything that has been working, I'm gonna keep, obviously, and anything that has not, I'm gonna get rid of. This white drawer organizer is from Walmart. It's pretty cheap. I just painted the front of it, and please don't pay attention to that. Everything that's inside, all the containers are from the dollar store. Right now I'm going through all of the more of a heavy-duty stuff rather than arts and crafts. This is to do with furniture and tools and just metal things. Everything that's heavy and metal, I'm going to place not on the upper shelf because I don't want it to fall on my head, but I'm going to place it into a storage container and underneath this table I'm working on to utilize that space under the table. Also, while sorting through things, I'm making sure that all of the screws and small dangerous kind of things for the kids are locked away or placed up on the shelves away from the kids and are unreachable, obviously. Even though garage is not a place for kids, you know, if you have them, they end up playing anywhere in the house and you cannot control where your kids end up all of the time. So just to make sure and be extra cautious that my kids are not going to harm themselves, I'm going to lock all of the things up on the shelf or lock things that they're not supposed to be really playing with in that container under the table. But if it's something dangerous like, let's say, screwdrivers or something extremely dangerous, it's not going under the table even if it's locked, because kids are kids, they will get through the locks. So that is just really far away that they cannot reach even if they really try to. I also normally use a step ladder to get to the upper shelves myself, so whenever it's not in use, I try to keep it in a closed mode and not ready for the kids to use at any time, especially if I'm not in the garage. Whenever it's not in use, I close the step ladder and I store it away.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer, yeah, come a little bit closer.
I got some clear organizers from the dollar store and I just wanted to update them. Also lately I have been getting some screws and hooks of my own, so that I don't have to share them with anybody and I don't have to go through my husband's stuff every time I need every little thing. But I'm not gonna take them out of their original packaging yet because I'm not sure if you should, since it has all the measurements and it tells you what kind of screw it's in there, and sometimes I guess you need a certain type. So until I do a little bit more research on how to organize those type of things, I'm just gonna keep them in their original packaging. Let me know if you have any ideas.
You're a little bit selfish. You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, I can really start over.
red plastic bin is the last in this category that still needs a little bit of organization. It's got my arts and crafts, and I'll do that a little bit later in this video. But first I'm gonna place all of those heavy metal things into that storage container. And I got those two little dollies from Harbor Freight store. The small one cost me under $5, the bigger one was $12. So I was looking for something like that to move heavy things around, like especially my soil and peat moss, big blocks of peat moss that I just can't lift. So this one was the cheapest I could find, which is from Harbor Freight store, and I went and got it. And I think they're not only great for transporting something heavy from point A to point B, but also for keeping things under your furniture, especially if it's something heavy or if you have back problems. I fell in love with them so much that I ended up actually making one DIY. A little bit later in this video I'll show you how, and I made two, not one. But right now it's time to go through all of my containers that I get from the dollar store that I've been collecting over time, and I just got way too many and I don't need all of that. But I'm gonna declutter some of it, but most of it I can put kind of one into the other and just save some space that way. Let's see how I am going to figure this one out.
Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. I'm buzzing, let's drink up. Your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave.
Although I don't have to justify, I still want to explain that some of those things I keep only because I have a certain project in mind. It's not that I keep every single piece of wood that I just see in the house, but I have a certain project in mind. It's just that it takes me time to get to that project. And most of the time I do actually get to that, but if I don't, there's always a day like today when I'm decluttering stuff and I'm just gonna get rid of all of the stuff that I feel like I'm never gonna get to, or I don't need it anymore. First, I decided to put all of my organizers into this white plastic container, and whatever doesn't fit, I thought, well, then I have too many and I'm gonna get rid of everything that doesn't fit. However, I decided that if I can't get to them, then I'm not gonna be using them, and that way I don't even know what I have. I can't even see what's inside. So I wanted to get a better place where they're all kind of on display, and I decided to place them into that white shelf that has a metal shelving on the bottom. You'll see that in a second right here. It ended up working actually absolutely great, because even though this white shelf as well as the wire shelf next to it is mainly for planting, fertilizers, anything to do with gardening, I now have all of the containers all in one place and I can see through them, as well as all of my containers for gardening are placed right above those containers. So all of the containers that I have, gardening or not, are now all in one place. That made me happy. The stuff in this box is just some of the stuff that I'm going to declutter.
If you love me right, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night.
As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this soil is all of the new soil that I bought, because all of the other soil from the beginning of this video has already been used in my gardening setup. I am going to place all of the new soil in the same spot that is now empty, and I will use it pretty fast as well. It's going to be gone by probably the end of this week. And while they will eventually end up in the garden, I don't want to place them there directly because I have my reasons, like, you know, insects. And there are reasons.
I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. All the time. And my heart's beating fast when it's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that it moves and the way that it laughs, so I can't get enough. Think about him all the time. I can get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine.
This is the seasonal decorations that are gonna go on the top of the wooden shelf.
I say yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter.
So I have a bunch of bags that I'm going through right now. Those include just heavy-duty bags as well as just high-quality bags that I have not really been using, and I have not really been collecting them as much as just not throwing them away. Like even birthday bags that my daughter is playing with on the floor, I have not been collecting them purposely, just, you know, saving them every once in a while, if that makes sense. And while they're not taking a lot of space, I guess I don't mind keeping them, but I also keep those little packages that, for example, if you buy something expensive and it comes in a nice, really nice expensive package. Like for example, I bought a hairbrush the other day and it came in a really, really nice container and I don't want to throw it away. Do you guys keep those, or do you keep those every once in a while? Feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you do with yours, but I keep a lot of mine. A lot of them I did throw away, especially on this day today. So now this bag has all of those birthday bags as well as good quality packaging bags and just, you know, some special bags I didn't want to throw away for some reason. Everything else, I don't feel like I need anything else. I am good. Now I'm gonna make that dolly, and I happen to have the exact measurement board that I needed for that dolly that I wanted to make. I wanted to make one a little bit size up than the one that I got from Harbor Freight, and the one that I was going to make would cost me $16.99 at Harbor Freight. Still a very good price, however, if you buy 5 of them, they are going to add up. We all know how ridiculously expensive wood is right now, that it's times and times more expensive than it was even when we bought those boards. So if I paid for this lumber today, this dolly together with the wheels would cost me about $10 to make. But really, I just had to pay for the wheels, which I got from Amazon for $16 for 12 of them. Now I'm going to take a little break from sanding the wood that my husband cut for me before I put it together, and I'm going to put this rug on the floor that my mother-in-law got for me. It's a used rug and it's going to work great in my garage. I think my kids can play on it. I think it will be fun. But anyway, guys, I'm going to place the link for the wheels just in case you're interested to make one for yourself or maybe your parents, especially if they have a back problem. We might not realize how helpful those dollies are, especially while we're young and healthy and can easily reach for things. However, I think that some older relatives, be it grandmother or a mother, might appreciate it a little bit more, especially if they're living by themselves. Now I got a shelf liner from the dollar store and I'm gonna put it on my dolly so that the things that I put on the dolly don't slide. I should have probably done it first, but now that I know better, I'm going to make the second dolly the proper way. I had my husband cut this board off camera, and I was trying to learn how to use the saw as well, as you could see earlier in this video, but it's a little bit too scary for me at the moment. I'm still trying to learn how to use the drill. Now remember that bin that needed to be organized, that was the last thing with the arts and crafts. Now I'm going to put all of those arts and crafts into 2 containers and hang them up all the way on the shelf.
This town's so lame, I'm feeling so wired. It's 4 a.m., I'm not even tired. We're in your car, we can drive away. Oh yeah, we're almost there.
And as far as this drawer with the little hooks and screws and command strips and little shower rings, whatever it may be, I just played around with it a little bit and organized it in my own little way, and I'm just going to show you the finished product.
Listen to the midnight radio. Listen to the midnight radio. We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight.
I also decided to do this one last thing, which is to hang this shower shelf from the dollar store on the side of my wooden organizer. And now I'm gonna recycle or throw away everything that I am not donating, and everything that I am donating is already in the trunk of my car. And now it is going to be time to show you the finished project. Our garage is finally done. It is organized in my way that works best for me, and I hope you enjoy the after pictures. Here you go. Everything on these 2 huge shelves is to do with my gardening, planting, hydroponics, and on the bottom we have containers. I have fertilizers for soil, I have different types of soils. On the back I have additives to soils and empty containers that I will be using probably for soils. Extra container that actually belongs to my husband, but this time I could afford to spare some space for him on my property this time. Those are just the long sticks and things and some pots. And on the other side you have everything to do with my painting, arts and crafts, and furniture makeover things. It is such a great feeling to be able to walk through this place and not fall over and kill myself. It is also extremely satisfying to be able to just finish a huge project like this. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to hear from you in the comment section, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye bye!